November 5th Tenyimi Union Dimapur Kantai Khanla 50 years Golden Jubilee manaise DDSE Stadium Dimapur de. Program laga chief host Chief Minister Nipi Rio aro Deputy Chief Minister TR Ziliang thakala ase. Rio kotha kori thakia homoy manu khan unite hoa bra kinega benefit ahe itu laga kotha korise. IB details our reporter K Christian Kewo logote.
All the Tenyimi people, the past, the present, and the forward. God bless. Only one to cut.
Yeah. Sure.
Good.
To our people and this union.
King of kings, Lord of lords, is everything. Messiah, Jehovah, the Prince of Peace.
Tenyimi family comprises several tribes, sharing close ethnic, linguistic, and cultural ties, bound together by the ideals of mutual respect, cooperation, and shared ancestry. From the early days of intertribal collaboration to the present, the Tenyimi people have maintained this spirit of unity, even as our communities have grown and diversified across regions. Today, we have to be more united than ever before. Unity should not merely be symbolic, but should be based on the foundation of preserving our identity, strengthening our voice, and advancing our collective development. Let us therefore uphold the spirit of brotherhood that has defined the Tenyimi people from our ancestors' time and move forward together with renewed purpose and understanding.
We call ourselves Tenyimi, but today we talk in English. We must preserve our culture, our oneness, by speaking to each other in Tinide. We shy away from speaking our own dialect. Earlier, the Portuguese, the Ringmas, the Zeliangs, they're all well versed in Tinide. Now the present generation, they don't want to talk. Is it helpful to the Tenyimi family? Is it not harmful? Therefore, I want to urge upon all of you to rededicate ourselves to preserve our language, that is Tinide. Along with the enrollment of census, the language issue also will come. Unless we put Tinide like that, we will become minors. We become smaller. Therefore, what we talk, what we speak, we must put in writing that I speak Tinide. Tenyimi has a very rich culture. Each tribe has distinct culture. However, a culture is strong when people work with each other, for each other. A culture is weak when people work against each other for themselves. A nation who lost their culture ceases to be a nation. To my dear people, fellow people, and our Kuki neighbors in the Sadar Hills, the violence between the Metes and Kukis is a real tragedy. And our hearts go out to all who suffered in one or other forms. However, we in Nagaland, and particularly in our Tenyimi areas, have been a beacon of peace. The long-standing harmony between the Tenyimi people and Kuki brothers in the Sadar Hills is precious. It is a bond we have nurtured for generations. Let us remember, let us talk to ourselves. Please do not allow the fire from distant valley to spread to our peaceful hills. Do not disturb existing peace and understanding we have nurtured for generations. Tenyimi people are a united family. What happens to others, we clearly notice. Therefore, the disturbance in the border area, we live in our own land and we accommodate them. We are very cordial with them, but nobody should take advantage of that.
We were happy to see that the participants took great interest. At the end of the seminar, our academy had given recognition to all these Tenyimi subgroup languages to be the first language and Tenyide as the second language in our school. As per NEP 2020, mother tongue will be used only up to class 8. After passing out class 8, a student has to select one modern Indian language, MIL, from class 9 onwards, which is compulsory. Tenyide is now a modern Indian language which is readily available for Tenyimi students up to PhD level. But when a student do not learn Tenyidie at the elementary level, he or she has to select another MIL, such as Assamese, Manipur, Nepali, or Bengali. In that case, a student may drop out just for language problem because that MIL becomes compulsory. We have come to know that Nagaland government has already committed to allow use of mother tongue up to class 10. There may not be any difficulty to do it because education is in the concurrent list and the constitution. But it is doubtful whether high school and higher secondary school sections can be separated. If it is possible, it is good, but otherwise, recognition given to class 10 means recognition given up to class 12.
We should be responsible to make the whole Nagas united like how we are sitting today, as a family, as a brotherhood and oneness. And with unity, we work together, we march forward. Received the blessing of God and also progress and catch up with the rest of the world. In this, one thing we must give up is ism, individualism, clanism, tribalism, and as we have so many tribes, so many civil societies, so many organizations, we have to give up that ism and come to the level of Nagaism, broad-minded, Naga family, so that all our prayers, our issues can be resolved within ourselves and with others also. I think we have to move forward and to address issue. The ultimate goal should be unity of the Nagas. And I'm sure with our Tenyimi unity, we can contribute to the unity of the Nagas. Britishers, while they are ruling, they have passed an act, as I always say, Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act 1873, which brought in inner line regulation, inner line permit. And also they protect our culture tradition, our customary laws, which later, when we came under the Indian Union, are asking us, we want to continue the British law given to protect the Nagas. And that's how Article 371A came. And so we could protect our rich culture traditions, our customary laws. Now we are in a transition. Naga issue and our local issues and issues with all neighbors. And therefore, when we unite, matter will be resolved without any problem. So now, even 371A, it is in question. the Somoto case was filed by the court that land and its resources belongs to the people. Only Nagaland got land and its resources belongs to the people. Be Manipur, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Mizoram, they have that protection of 371, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. But none has the right of minerals. But that is in question, it is in court. And the debate, the contest is who is the owner. We are sitting over the rich petroleum deposit, the minerals, the gas and the rich minerals. But this could not be exploited because of that question, of that contest in the court. So, we are rich, but we remain poor. Because unity and that cohesion to fight as one. We are fighting for our own individual right. Even our Naga issue, it is not addressed because it was gone into so many factions. It is by design or default. Our adversaries will like to divide us and rule upon us. So unity is the ultimate goal, and it is the answer. Even neighbors, now Nagaland, because of 371A and British protection, while introducing ILP, it has become a big issue. Any genuine Indian citizen cannot be harassed. They have to have that legal inner line regulation, the permit. And for our tribals in the northeast, you see, why Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873? Because Bengal means at the time British capital was in West Bengal. So Bengal, Eastern means now Northeast, known as Assam province. That Bengal regulation 1873 is not only for Nagaland or Nagas. It means for all the tribals, hill tribals. Meghalaya is still struggling to get that ILP regulation because Shillong was the capital of Assam, and the intermarriage and the mixture of various communities and race, they are struggling to segregate, and Government of India is not considering till such visibility solution comes. Here in Nagaland, state government had already given guidelines how ILP should be used. Don't blame the government alone. All the responsible citizens and the institution has to come and work together. And therefore, in the ILP, we said ILP and RIN, Registration of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland. In your village, if non-Nagas are there, Indian citizen or illegal migrants, it is your responsibility to report to the authority. Or if they are not, they are Indian citizen, they should possess the permit. So all these systems are introduced. Over the years, we learned that some non-Nagas, including the Indian citizens, particularly who had reside in urban areas, including our Nepalis and Gorkhas and plain people, many people had got indigenous certificate, which is not right. That's why we introduced this registration of indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland. And who is the authority? Village is the ultimate authority to certify that a certain person is native to that village. No authority can certify. And those who are here before the cut-off year, or even before India independence also, they cannot become indigenous. Say example for Nagas, in your own state, your own location, you are indigenous. I'm from Kohima district. My village is Topema. So if I want for myself or my children, my village body, village chairman and the committee has to certify that I'm a descendant of that and he is native of that village. If false recommendation, certification is done, then it becomes a criminal case, which is punishable under the law. So, those who had received the non-Nagas, or even say Nagas in Manipur, Assam, Arunachal, they are indigenous in their own place, and we are indigenous in our own place. There is a move in 16-point agreement, integration of Naga contiguous area. If we all come under one umbrella, one government, we will be equal indigenous inhabitants. Because I'm from Kohima district, I cannot go to Mokokchun or Zainhabodo to ask for indigenous certificate. My village is not there. My district, where my village is, will issue the indigenous. And therefore, this is very important. And Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act, so as I said, it is not only for Nagas, but for all the tribals. Therefore, tribals, unless you decide to make your separate law, any tribals can go to any tribal place and live and buy. There is a confusion in the government authority also and among the peoples also. You being a tribal, you are privileged. And therefore that confusion should not be there. We will have more clarity on that. And as you are aware, when we introduced registration of indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland, we said that the 1970 notification includes any Nagas of Nagaland. Then 4 tribes, Kuki, Kachari, Garo, Mikirs. So for those things, since these tribal peoples of that 4, they're in almost all the states in the Northeast. That's why unless they certify, they do enumeration, there is chance of migration and issue of wrong certificates. And if it comes to the attention of the government, it will become a big issue. So I want our people to know that we should help one another and we should take care of our village jurisdiction.